2 years ago, I used to be exactly where you are right now. I was growing my Instagram, TikTok and YouTube accounts, and I got them to over 300k followers in total, and I was so happy. But then I was like, okay, but when does money start coming in? And it never did. And it was only later, when I realized how much money I was losing, I started learning entrepreneurship, which led me to me making my first 10k at 16 and much more ever since. In this video, I will show you a step-by-step process that I've used to go from making some money to the money using an audience you've already built. And if you have over 500 subscribers, then that's completely enough. On top of that, I prepared something exclusively for you, but I will only show it to you at the end of the video, so make sure you keep watching till the end. My name is Igor Rupieta. I'm a 17-year-old filmmaker and entrepreneur. I have already posted over 1,029 videos to the internet over the past decade of my content creation journey, so I believe you can learn something from me. What drives me crazy whenever I'm working with my students is whenever one of them says, I will get to 10k subscribers first and only then I will monetize. I'm like, God damn it, if they only knew the pain of having followers but knowing that you're not making money, bro, they would never say that. But quite frankly, I understand where they're coming from, because most creators start content creation because it's something fun, it's something that they like doing. But eventually, every single creator gets to a point where they realize, oh shit, ad revenue is not enough. I'm losing so much money not monetizing my audience. And then they start creating courses. Then they disappear for 2 years, just like Nicholas Crystal, to create a course that they hope to sell after they come back. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but bro, there are so many better ways to do that. If you really think about it, the most successful, the richest creators that you know, people like Iman Gadji, they started actually putting in the effort to grow their channel after they created something to sell, and it turned out to be working pretty well. So what I want you to understand is that it is not optimal for your gains to start building an audience, build it to like 10, 50 or 100k and then start monetizing. Many successful creators, like for example Hamza, he said that if he were to start again, he would start with a product and he would start selling it right away, even if he didn't have 100 subscribers. So that really is the way to go. And that is something I put a huge emphasis on when working with any of my students, because they join my community and they're like, okay, so I want to make content, I want to get views. Yeah, but how do you monetize? Well, I'm going to think about that later. No, you got to start with that. You got to create something to sell as soon as possible. Why? Well, first of all, because if you're going to be waiting till you're 10,000 subscribers, then you're going to lose a bunch of money on the way. Because let's say one of your videos blows up to 1 million views and it promotes nothing. Then you don't make money apart from ad revenue. But on the other hand, if that video promoted some kind of your coaching or course, then you could make thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars from it, because you just got lucky. But in order to get lucky that way, you have to create the product. So you have to understand that content creation is nothing else than just marketing. Big entrepreneurs start with their businesses and then they use social media to market that. And really, that is the only thing that social media was made for. You want to be a big entrepreneur, you have to understand that content is not a business on its own. You need a whole separate system business running, and then you can use social media to market it. That's what you make videos for. And I understand you may like that process. Great. Then that's an advantage you have. But there's another reason why you should create a product first. And it's that your first product is just not going to be good. It's as simple as that. It's not possible. Even though you may think that is going to be the best product in the world, bro, I've been there, done that. I spent a month creating a single Lux Maxing course before Lux Maxing was trendy and popular. And looking back right now, I think like, bro, I could make that course in 1 day and not 1 month right now. And so that's the point. Your first product is not going to be that good. And so would you rather promote your shitty product to an audience of 1,000, 10,000 or 100,000? Of course you would want less people to see your shitty product. And here's also another concept related to that. That is the third reason why you should create a product first. And it is that your first product is not even supposed to make you money. The thing with my Lux Maxing course that I created, it did make me some money, it got some sales, but it was not the money that we're talking about in this video. Because the first product is when you get good and not when you make money. Then with your next products, you can start thinking about actually making the money. So the point is that you create a first product and you learn how to do that. You learn how to go through that entire process. You set yourself up to not make so much money in the beginning, but to make a lot more money in the future. So listen, there is one very simple solution to your problem of having a lot of followers, but zero or barely any money. And it is basically starting a business, creating a product. You have marketing, now you just gotta market something. And from now on till the end of this video, I will teach you how to create a good product, and I will teach you this whole entire process of how to sell it. Technically, there are only 3 steps in this process. The first one is creating an offer. And so this is basically what you're going to sell. And when I say that, what comes to your mind? Probably something like coaching, courses, maybe a community, but that's not it. That's not what you sell. Because what you want to sell, your offer, is going to be an A to B transformation. And coaching, courses, or a community is basically how you're going to get your customers that transformation. It is just the platform, but what you're actually selling is a solution to their problems. Just like in this video, I'm helping you solve your problem. You're going to do the same thing, but with a paid product. So the question I want you to ask yourself is, what problems can I solve? I like helping people grow their social media accounts. That's also what I like doing myself, and so that is the problem I'm solving. If you are, for example, very into fitness, you like coaching people how to get an aesthetic physique, you can get them from being fat and lazy, you can get them to having a six-pack and being attractive. That is an A to B transformation. But one thing I would say here is try to target people who have money. Because the biggest mistake that most teenage entrepreneurs make is they try to target people who have absolutely no money. They make mental health courses. But bro, it's a very rare case that someone with poor mental health can afford an expensive course or an expensive coaching program, right? On the other hand, if you were to make a coaching program, maybe regarding sales or leads for entrepreneurs who have already good businesses running, then you can not only get clients easier, but you can also charge them more because entrepreneurs have money. So what you ask yourself first is, okay, what do I have results in? What can I do better than other people? Then you structure that into an A to B transformation and you ask yourself, okay, is my offer targeting people who have money? If not, then it's probably not a good offer and you want to try to figure out something else. Listen, if you're making something like a productivity course, then that's a great idea. But general productivity course may not target people who have money. On the other hand, if you made something like a productivity course for lawyers, okay? And if you made it even more specific, I don't know if there's something like marriage lawyers, but if you made it something like a productivity course for marriage lawyers, then you're targeting a very specific audience. But there are many people like that in the world, so you're not gonna run out of customers, but those people feel like that is specifically something for them and they also have money to pay you for that. So now immediately your productivity goes from maybe selling for $100 to thousands of dollars because you made it so specific, even though the inside may be completely the same. And so that is how I would create an offer. But if we're talking about the platform, so whether it should be a community, a coaching package, or a course, then I would just tell you, start with personal coaching, then move on to a community, And then once you're done with that, but that's going to be far like in the future, then you can turn into making courses. And that's because in the beginning, you may think that you know your potential clients' problems, but you really don't. And so you're going to get the best knowledge for yourself, and also you're going to get the best results for your clients just working with them personally. And in the beginning, if you're making no money, then your time is not worth that much anyway. And so I would start with that. That is how you're going to make the most money the fastest way, and that is also how you're going to learn a lot. Then, if you're gonna have a bunch of clients and it's going to start becoming unmanageable, then you can turn that into a community. That's exactly what I did. I started by coaching people one-on-one, and then when I got them sick results, when I got them from $500 to $5,000 in like 12 weeks, then I was like, okay, I now can start a community because I already know what the problems that future customers are going to have are. So I am able to solve them. And so that is when I started a community, and I am not selling just normal courses, or at least not yet, because it is way less personal. And so I need even a lot more expertise to be able to sell expensive courses. And that is, I believe, a mistake that most creators make. They appear out of nowhere, they start selling courses for $1,000, and they're like, yeah, just buy a course. Bro, it doesn't work that way. So start with personal coaching. Then if you get a bunch of clients, you can move that into a community. You're going to charge less, but you're going to have more people, so you're gonna be making more money. And then very far down the line, you may think of completely not trading your time for money at all, and so just creating courses. But I'm just saying that is going to be maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, not earlier than that. And if there's one more side tip for you when it comes to creating an offer, I would say the more you charge, the better. And this is something that beginners cannot believe, they don't understand that, but there's a very simple concept. Is it easier to sell a Lambo to a rich guy or 10 Volkswagen Golfs to 10 broke guys? Of course it's easier to sell a Lambo to a rich guy, because if he's going to want a Lambo, he's just going to be like, okay, here's my money, give me a Lambo, right? Simple, no discussions. On the other hand, the broke guys are going to be like, okay, I gotta check this, if there are no better offers. I mean, I know, is this really good? They're going to be overthinking all of that. So the same thing goes with you selling your coaching, your community, or your courses. You're going to be much better off selling your product to rich people because, first of all, you're just going to be able to make more money from that, because instead of having to have 100 sales for $100, you can just get a couple sales, 5 to 10, and you can make a lot of money with that. That's first thing. Second thing is that rich people are less picky, because they're like, oh, okay, I have money to spend on something, so I don't have to overthink it that much. Then they're also going to be just higher quality people. They're going to be much more likely to get results with your product because they're already disciplined, they're already hardworking, and so there are only positive sides to charging more. And if you think that you're gonna be a scammer, you don't have to. And that is what we're going to get to now, which is step number 2, creating a good funnel. A funnel is basically a step-by-step process that you get your customer through for them to buy your product. This is how a funnel looks like, and it has many levels within it. Where your customer starts is at the top. Here's where the most people are, and the further down we go, the less people there are, and at the end, right here are your customers that actually buy your paid product. So how this works is there are many people who watch your content. That is the step 1 of your funnel, and we're gonna get to what content you should make in the third step, but for now let's just leave it at that. On the top you have your content. That is where people find out that you exist in the first place. Then the place that you get them to from your content is you get them to something that's called a lead magnet. You get them to something that you give away for free. So you can either give away a free pack that's like a preview of all of your products, or the best way to do this right now is to give away a free community. So to give them a community that they can join. Why? Because you get them to your inside circle. They now feel like a part of your movement, and inside the community you can host landing pages, you can make videos, free courses, you can talk to your community. And so that is really the best way to go about it right now. That is the new meta that you wanna take advantage of these days. If you wanna start your own free community on a platform that I have mine on, it's cool that you can click the second link in the description. I highly recommend it. It's $100 per month, so if you cannot afford that, then you can just start your own on Discord. And what you're going to place in your free community is you're going to put some kind of a free course in there. In the course, you're going to give people value regarding the topic that they want to learn about, but on top of that, you are also going to sell them into a sales call, which is the next part of the funnel. So you're not promoting your final offer, your final product. What you're instead promoting is a sales call. So you may, for example, tell them that, hey, you have a better offer that is paid, but that can help them a lot more. You absolutely have to give a description of what your offer is, of the benefits that they're going to get, and if they want to learn more, they can schedule a call with you. Where you're going to host the calls is using a platform called Calendly. It is free, it is not sponsored or anything. You can just set up a calendar there and people can book calls with you. So you're going to name them discovery calls, 15-minute discovery calls. The people are just going to schedule calls with you where you're going to be selling them your final offer, the end of the funnel, your paid product. There is a big part of making a sales call script and all of that, but we're not gonna be getting into that in this video. Your funnel right now looks like this. You start with content. From content, you get your people to your free community where you give a free course that sells them into sales calls. And from the sales calls, you sell them into your paid product. So that way, the people, the haters on YouTube, they don't even know that your paid product exists, which is kind of insane. They just know you have a free community and it's like, it's a free community, so what's the problem, right? And so that's pretty insane, but you're only targeting the people who actually can afford your product, which is pretty sick. And so this is the best funnel, at least for me. This is what I've been using in the past and it worked extremely well. Let's get back to the top for our last step, which is creating good content that actually attracts to your customers. An example of such content is this video, because it is not going to get many views. I 100% understand that. I have videos with hundreds of thousands of views, even millions on Instagram, TikTok, but I am 100% sure that this video is not going to get more than a couple thousand in the first month. So why am I making this video if I could make a video with hundreds of thousands of views? Well, because I understand that a person like you that is watching this video is an intelligent person that is way more likely to be interested in an offer that I prepared for them. On the other hand, if I made an entertainment video, then I would just get brain-dead people who just want to entertain themselves, get some dopamine, and move on to the next video. So you are way more intelligent. The fact that you were able to withstand such a long, unedited video just says a lot about you. And this is also a very specific problem. There are not so many people in my audience that have followers but have trouble making money with it. And so this is very specific. Therefore, I'm not gonna get many views from that, but I value a person like you much more than 1,000 brain-dead kids who are never going to take any engagement with any of my communities and other stuff I have. So the key point for you here is that you have to find out who your ideal customer is and you gotta make videos for them. It's going to hurt your ego a lot because most likely you are not going to get millions of views with that. But that's okay, because you can sometimes make videos like these and you can other times make videos that are supposed to grow your channel, get you views. And so you have to find the sweet spot for yourself, but this is going to hurt because you're gonna start getting less views, you're not gonna get as many subscribers, and other people are going to see that. Of course they are. But would you rather get views, random numbers on your screen, the thing that you've been doing so far, or would you rather get customers? There is a huge difference, right? And if you target rich people, just one customer can get you thousands of dollars. So choose your audience right, because just imagine that a local shop that is at the corner of your street, imagine them getting 1,000 people to see their stuff with a single 10-minute video. It's impossible for them, right? They never get 1,000 people to see their stuff. On the other hand, you can. And so when you start thinking about views as eyeballs of high-value people, of possible customers, then you value 1,000 or even 100 views a lot more than you did before. In the intro, I promised that at the end of the video, I would give you something that I made exclusively for you. And I'm gonna keep my word here. Remember, you are the exact person I wanted to be watching this video. You're a high quality guy. You've been able to watch this whole video. So I want to make a deal with you. I am going to get you from some money to their money. I'm going to get you $1,000 per month or more, guaranteed. 90 days from now, 3 months from now. And if you don't get that, you are not going to pay me anything. And what I want from you is I just want you to click the first thing in the description and check out what I'm talking about. There's a video, there's an entire page where I describe the deal, the offer. Click the first thing in the description right now. You can also share this video with a creator friend, and I will see you on the side where people are sick of being consumers and where they want to be the creators of their own reality.